I think one of the most misunderstood concepts in psychiatry and mental health is the concept of personality disorders. Now, personality disorders, just that title, already sounds like really offensive, right? Like my personality is diseased. Personality or personality structure is how a person's mind is organized to deal with interpersonal relationships and their relationship to themselves. It is not, preferring chocolate ice cream versus vanilla ice cream. It is not your choice in music. So I found this cool infographic from Google Images. And just as a small note here, in the cluster B, there's EUPD, which is emotionally unstable personality disorder. I think they're putting that in lieu of borderline personality disorder. And I understand why borderline personality disorder is highly stigmatized and they want to change the name of it, but this is actually a pretty good description of what BPD is. In any event, there is a mnemonic in medical school for understanding the cluster A, cluster B, cluster C, and it's wacky, wild, and worried. The reason why cluster A is wacky is because these people tend to be very reclusive, magical thinking, almost like a little bit autistic, like they do not want to interact with people necessarily. Cluster B personality disorder, wild, right? Like narcissists, histrionic, antisocial, borderline. These people tend to be very intense, moods ranging up and down all day. And cluster C is avoidant, obsessive compulsive personality disorder, and dependent personality disorder, meaning people who are constantly worried about their interpersonal relationships and how they relate to others. Now, if you read the DSM criteria for any of these personality disorders, it'll seem like you're reading a horoscope. You're like, oh, that totally sounds like me. But remember, having some traits of personality disorders does not mean that that's something that you live with chronically. Remember before we were talking about personality structure? Imagine your personality structure is similar to a house, and houses are built differently. And if you put enough stress on a certain type of house, it collapses in a certain type of way. So, for example, someone might have a narcissistic personality structure, but that does not mean they're a narcissist. That means if you stress them out enough, if an earthquake happens under this person, they collapse into a narcissistic personality disorder or the traits of that. I hope this was useful in understanding personality, and I would love to get your feedback below.